Hello and welcome. This is an introduction video to Peer-to-Peer, the cooperative deck building game. Peer-to-Peer fits into two gaming genres, the deck building gaming genre and the cooperative genre. In deck building games, players build personalized decks of cards throughout the game. They start with a minimal set of cards usually, and players acquire cards to improve their deck over time. And usually that involves victory points as you build up the deck. The cooperative game genre, players work together to accomplish goals and objectives in the game, and the game is structured so that the players can mutually provide input to decisions or collectively contribute towards victory conditions in a game. Setting up and the objective of peer-to-peer. The objective of peer-to-peer, which is a group deck building game, players use their cards to assist customers in the customer row, and as they do so, they can score, build up their ventures, or build up their deck. Each player controls a venture composed of tech deck cards, which they can use game effects from. The game ends when there are no more cards in the customer deck, or if all of the cards have been used in the customer deck, but also it ends with all players losing if there are too many unhappy customers. This shows the team's starting decks. So the game is played in two teams, and each has a minimal set of starting cards shown in this diagram here. In the setup of the game, players will set up their starting decks. They'll compose their teams, as we see here with 4 players. We have 2 teams, and you determine after you determine teams, you'll set up player ventures. Each player will start with 1 card representing their player venture, and then you'll shuffle the cards, create a deck, draw cards into the group hand, 4 cards, and then you'll set up the customer row with the remaining cards, dealing out 4 cards into the customer row, and determining a first player marker, and the game is ready to start. Gameplay. Peer-to-peer is played in a series of rounds, which is composed of phases, where you put out new customers into the customer row. Players can use game effects on their venture cards and game effects from their hand. They assist customers in the customer row, and then they can, if they still have effects to use, they can use effects from their venture and group effects. They refresh their group hand, as you do with most deck building games, and then you pass the first player team marker. So each round is composed of phases. In the new customers phase, you deal new customer cards into the row from the customer deck. Use ventures and group effects. After that, players can use game effects from one of their venture cards and group hand card once a round. And then you assist customers. Both teams use cards from their hand to assist customers. And after assisting, you add the customer card to the group discard, play your venture, or score it. And players may continue to use game effects if they still have any left to use, and then you refresh the group hand, discarding any remaining unused cards in the group hand, and draw back up to 4, reshuffle the group discard to form a new deck as necessary. At the end of the round phase, the game end trigger is checked, and the first team marker is passed. You can watch the play guide video for more details on each of these phases. This is an example of how you assist a customer in the customer row. 2 or more of the cards have to add to the value of the card exactly, with at least one of them matching the suit of the card. So you use team cards to assist customers, and after assisting, you can add the customer to the group discard, player venture, or score it, as seen in this slide. So after you assist a customer, we see that in this example, the 11 of service and the 2 of technology were used to assist a customer in the customer row, the 13 of technology, which can then be added to the player venture or added to this group score pile, which will score at the end of the game, or added to the group discard, which builds up the group deck. The end of game. If there are no more cards in the customer deck, then the game ends. The game also ends with all the players losing if there are too many unhappy customers. The table here shows how many unhappy customers you can have based on the number of players in the game. At the end of the game, the team that scored the most successfully assisted customers in their score pile wins. Each successfully assisted customer scores 1 point. Use the sum of all the scored customer card values as a tiebreaker. Use individual card values and domains or suits to break further ties, with service being the highest, followed by technology, science, and knowledge being the lowest. Tech deck concepts. The tech deck has 3 objectives. It modernizes playing cards. It modernizes classic playing cards, bringing them into the 21st century. You can use it for any classic card game, and unique card game effects create interesting interactions and provide replayability. It's versatile and portable. The small form factor is easy to carry wherever you are, whomever you're with. You can enjoy gaming with the tech deck. Games long and short, casual and serious. And it's a game platform. You'll see in the following slides that you can play many games with the tech deck, and the family of games will appeal to different audiences. This shows the current family of games in the tech deck. Family of games, the Tech Grid Poker is two-dimensional poker. Tech City, City of Cards is a tile-laying game. Tech Exchange is a real-time trading game. Tech Chess is a chess variant. Gears of Industry is a personalized card game. Elevator Pitch is a party game. Cardle is a head-to-head code-breaking game. Chronological is a trivia game, and Peer-to-Peer, this game is a cooperative deck-building game. You see also that the tech deck games are aimed at different genres of gaming, with Tech Grid Poker, a poker-like game, Tech City, a tile-laying game, Tech Exchange, a real-time stock exchanging game, Tech Chess, a strategy, a genre game, Gears of Industry, a personalized area of category of games, Elevator Pitch, a creative party game and idea generation tool, Cardle, a deduction and puzzle game genre, and Chronological, an education, trivia and party game, and peer-to-peer, cooperative and deck building genre game. So I hope that gives you a sense of what peer-to-peer is, and I hope you'll check out the other games at my website, on the YouTube channel, or at Board Game Geek. Thank you for watching.